Season 2.
Okay, it's my turn, Ashley. Hush.
Sorry.
Hello, book lovers. Welcome back to the Weekly Mash. Like Ash said, it's season 2. We're officially here and back, and today we're kicking things off with a fantastically fun interview with Hollie Rogers. Hollie, we're so excited you're here. We love that you call yourself a chaotic gremlin author. When you were filling out our form, we need some details. Is that a personality type, a spirit animal choice, or like an aesthetic?
Probably just personality in general. I'm just a little bit all over the place and chaotic. I have post-it notes everywhere. I've got 3 of these boards just like scattered around my room. The only thing it's lacking is string, and I did actually try the string thing. The problem was the pins weren't holding it in properly, so I need better string.
You weren't using the right pins, man.
It's the wrong string. Like I had thick like brown like twisted string, and it was just I needed like red thread specifically to really sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, that's my kind of chaos, though.
Right?
Yeah, just gremlin.
We definitely love chaos here. Chaos is something we thrive on, for sure. Yeah.
If it's not kids, it's husbands. If it's not husbands, it's animals.
Yeah, I've got a domesticated chaos demon and a cup of reader's tears to keep me going. That's literally it.
Love it.
This is why we're friends, Hollie. Yay! Oh my gosh. So we feel the forest energy in your books. How does wandering the canals of the UK actually help you develop worlds that are full of atmosphere and mystery?
So the canals are kind of like a really good big love of mine, and being out in nature and being out in places where you've got moving water, you've got trees growing, you've got things going on around you. You can really pick up a vibe for it. Walking in the local woods really does a lot for me when I was writing The Hunter's Heart anyway, because that one is set in like a forested area. Queen of Ashes, however, was set in a castle. I still haven't gone up to the local castle, but it's on the list.
Who would that be, just to be able to like, I'm going to the castle today?
Right?
Yeah, there's 2 near me. So there's a ruin and there's like a fully like fleshed out castle. I think the one that's like fully fleshed out was actually built, I want to say Victorian era, so it's actually quite a new castle. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's still like fully functioning. There's still like all like fully decorated rooms in it. So that one would be helpful to look around for like the vibe and like the decoration. But the ruins, I did kind of do a bit of research on that one and kind of was like, okay, this is sort of how this is playing out, and this is how I need it to kind of be set. So that was a bit fun. But yeah, the canals are a great love of mine.
Miranda, let's get your backpack. We're gonna go research our next book to a castle.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
That'd be so
cool. I mean, Outlander fan, Lallybroch is on my top list of places to go. So someday.
I didn't finish it.
All right, let's talk The Hunter's Heart. So we have Faye dealing with disappearing people. There's wolves hunting the woods, like you mentioned in your setting. Clearly, the forest has feelings. If the woods could talk, what scandalous secret would they spill about Faye first?
Well, the fun thing is the forest can talk. So that's the whole thing with her story is she can hear it. And she kind of uses it to her advantage in her hunting. But when she's actually like, when something happens like quite early on in the book, it actually takes away that ability a little bit, and it makes it quite difficult for her to sort of function. But as for a secret the forest would tell about her, that's a hard one. It's not. She's quite an open. I don't know. It's a hard one.
That's okay. That's all right.
It's a really hard one. I said these questions weren't hard. I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to think, because like she's not exactly an open book by any stretch of the imagination, but she also doesn't really have that much to hide. She is who she is, and she doesn't really care that much. I guess the only thing I could think of was it would probably tell people of her little breakdown about sort of a third of the way through the book, because that is something that she never mentions to anybody. She's on her own when it happens. That's probably the only thing I can think of that the forest would probably spill.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's a good one. So the spirits demand balance, and Faye ends up in an unexpected alliance. Without spoilers, what's something about Faye that surprises readers as her own secret strength?
Again, really difficult question. Okay, she's very good at following. So everyone in her clan is given a trait and a lesson. You've got your trait, your life's trait, what you're known for, and then your lesson, something that you've got to aspire to learn. And her strength is definitely following her trait, which is perseverance. She will just keep going. So that's kind of her thing. That would probably be what gets her through a lot of this story, is just that ability to persevere through anything, though it does get tested quite a few times.
I like
Awesome.
it. See, I'm already. Take my money.
I know. She's always itching. Press the button.
I do.
Go search the book. Buy it.
I do. That's why my hands are like this, because season 2 ain't any different than season 1.
Right? I know. All right. Without giving anything away, we know there's a big moment at the end. What's one small detail in The Hunter's Heart that you want readers to pay extra attention to if they were to do a reread in preparation for book 2?
Okay. Ooh, okay, because the second book's actually a prequel. So
Ooh.
my advice would be to really hone in on the vibe you're getting on who you meet at the very, very end of the book. Like literally last paragraph, you meet this person. Take note of that. And going into the second book, just keep that in mind, especially as you see how long ago this was.
I feel like I need to write this down.
I know.
You're starting to see why I have these boards with the string everywhere.
Well, especially if it's a prequel, I would definitely need some strings or like some smoke signals or something, because I would totally lose my way.
Yeah, so Queen of Ashes is set about 50 years before The Hunter's Heart, but both end in the same moment. So that's kind of what sort of prequel this is. So they're both
super intriguing.
Honestly, it's so fun. They technically can be, I've written in them a way that they can technically be read in either order, but you will get spoilers for book 1. That's because I had someone for the first time actually read them in the other order, because most people have read them Hunter's Heart then Queen of Ashes. Someone read it Queen of Ashes then Hunter's Heart, and the only thing she said was like, oh well, obviously the only problem is I knew what was going to happen with these people that you meet in The Hunter's Heart. But other than that, like, it can technically be read in any order, which is really fun.
That's so cool. So it's like a standalone, but not a standalone, but then you can read. Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, and they're definitely interconnected. Yeah.
Yes, very. Cool. I've written this very big, expansive, interconnected world with different kingdoms and different areas and different places, and they all are relevant and they all come together at some point. I've already got ideas and vibes for like maybe a side series that's kind of connected to this one. I don't know if I'm going to pursue it yet because I've got like 8 other books on the back burner right now, but we shall see. I've got to finish this series first.
A good problem to have is to have 8 books on the back burner.
Yeah.
Something like that. When the characters are screaming at you from the depths of your mind, it's a little less fun.
The strings are tangling. The strings are tangling.
Yeah.
So
the strings are taking over the house.
Something like that, yeah. Like, eventually I'm going to be living on a narrowboat. That's kind of like my whole thing. And eventually it's just going to be a case of they're just going to be like, you know, like Mission Impossible with like all the lasers. It's going to be that through the boat, trying to get from one end to the other with all these boards everywhere. Just stuff.
It's literally thinking of the Mission Impossible, like the theme song, and watching you climb through all the...
If it ever happens, I'll take a video. I'll send it to you guys.
Yes, please do. Please do.
I'm dying. Okay, let's get back to your books. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Queen of Ashes. If Hunter's Heart is a spooky forest vibes and mystery, Queen of Ashes goes back in time, like you said, 50 years. Oh, I'm so excited. What's the vibe there? Is it quiet brooding flames or like ash throwing chaos?
This is dark, very dark. It takes a very different tone to The Hunter's Heart, despite the fact that The Hunter's Heart is technically a little bit more gory and violent. You've got a very dark undertone to Queen of Ashes. Think like big, large, expansive castles, corrupt kings, and just like treasonous plots in the background, that kind of a vibe. And so that's kind of what's weighing in Queen of Ashes.
Ashley, awesome. You gotta hold your hands close to you.
Oh my goodness. So like you mentioned, these 2 books, although they're interconnected, there are characters, a new cast. So if the characters in Queen of Ashes had to form a council to judge each other, who ends up president of drama?
Of drama. You know, I would I would probably say Nalia, and only for the fact that she just happens to be watching all of this unfold, rather than her actually being the one making the drama. If it was the one making the drama, it would be Rian, 100%. That's the main character. But Nalia is just she's just got to suffer through all of it. Poor Nalia gets dealt such a bad hand.
Gosh.
Oh,
Love the side characters. Can't live without good side characters for sure.
I know. I almost like the side characters a lot of the time more than I like the main characters.
It does happen
because you don't get their POVs. You can kind of make up your own kind of thought process for them. You can kind of like put yourself in their shoes a little bit more, and they seem to suffer a lot more in terms of like tangentially to the main character.
It's true. I'm reading a book right now, and one of the side characters is like my favorite, and I got to a part where like something big happens with the side character, and I literally messaged the author. I'm like, what are you doing to me? I can't, no, don't do this. And she just giggled. I'm like, girlfriend, you can't do this. But then something major happens with the main character, and I'm like, meh. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I do live action reactions a lot of the times with the authors, so just a heads up.
Right.
Hi, Ambra.
Okay, as you said, Queen of Ashes is technically a prequel. Do you like to tell the stories out of order from the before rather than the after? And did that shift how you approach the characters and your world building?
Yeah, so I do like telling things out of order because the way my mind works is I jump around in the world and in time and kind of figure it out from there. So it did massively influence because it started with just this one kingdom with two other kingdoms that maybe were in there and I wasn't really sure what the details were. And as I sort of expanded the world, I realized, oh, I have this northern kingdom. I can use that. I can do something with that. And so I kind of went and explored what exactly was going on. And it helped actually because I wrote these two quite literally side by side. So I was writing this, and then while this was resting on like draft 3, I started writing this one. So it was one of those where I was like, they were written together, and the third and fourth book are also being written together, which is again quite important. So I'm going insane.
I couldn't write one book, let alone two at the same time.
It's exhausting. You kind of get to the bottom of the mountain. You've got this like 100,000 word novel you've got to write, and you're looking up at the mountain going, how on earth did I do that the first time?
Yeah.
And then you find yourself at the top of the mountain, and you're like, oh, this is fine. This is great.
Oh,
and then the next thing you know, you're at the bottom of the mountain again, and it's like, oh, God, no, what am I doing?
Nope.
Oh, gosh. Just have to have a good, like, inspo day where you get it all out in one fell swoop, and then you're like, oh, hey,
it would not
I did
make
it again.
any sense for me.
Yeah, this is
I
what
would
the
not.
boards are for.
If I just sat here doing this, I would probably be singing a song, like telling you lines from a movie, telling you what I ate for lunch, and then, oh, here's part of the book. No, I'd be done.
I mean, that could make some really entertaining reading, though.
I mean, yeah.
You could just pretend you're a character and throw all your crazy chaos in there. You never know.
No. I'd be done at like 200 words.
You find a lot of the time, like, you can write a lot more than you think you can. Because, like, when I actually looked up, when I was writing The Hunter's Heart, and I looked up exactly what the average word count for a novel is, and it was like 70, 80, 90, 100,000 words. I was like, I'm never going to reach that. I got to 102,000 words, and I didn't have enough words for what I need. Like, the book was going to be so much longer, and I was like, I need to cut it down. Because you just get all these ideas, and you write them down, and then you refine them a little bit, and suddenly there's a book.
Right. Yeah. It just...
I'd be like,
comes out
3 years later, I'm at 200 words.
You know that SpongeBob episode where he's got to write the essay and he's like, just the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really fancy the, so.
I wish I had ChatGPT when I was in like high school, because my essays and stuff were horrendous. No. I think I had Miranda proofread like 50 of them.
Okay, so I have my students, I always tell them, because they, of course, try to use, like, AI and stuff, and I'm like, I use AI sometimes to, like, develop my lessons, but I'm allowed to, because I graduated with a master's degree without ChatGPT, so now I'm allowed to get the help. You are not. You can't do that.
Once you have a master's degree, then you can talk.
Right. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, no, I don't think ChatGPT would have been good in our time. I think that would have been horrible.
No.
Especially because all of our teachers were really old.
They would have had no clue. Oh my gosh, you are brilliant. Look at this amazing work. We're going to give you an award. Well, let's get back to you, Holly. We have another chaotic question. So if Faye and the Queen of main lead got stuck on a narrowboat with you, who would be best at fixing dinner? Who would try to be in charge but end up beating everyone berries.
Okay, so first off, if I was put in a room with those two, I would not be walking out of it. But in terms of who'd end up in charge, Faye would probably end up being in charge of dinner because she's actually quite a good cook for the most part, especially because she hunts all of her own food, so she knows exactly where it's come from. And what was the second bit? Sorry, the very end of that sentence.
Who would try to be in charge but end up feeding everyone berries?
Feeding everyone berries.
Mhm.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rianne would definitely try and take charge of that one and fail horribly because she's been brought up in a lord's household and then been sort of like raised in a sort of, been in a castle for years. So everything's been done for her. So she has like no survival skills whatsoever. I don't think she's ever even seen a kitchen.
Oh gosh. That would be difficult. That would make things interesting.
Yeah, Faye is definitely like independent queen.
Flour for you. Everybody gets a spoon of flour.
It's like, what is this? Just there you go.
I found
Try
these
to take a big bite
berries.
of it.
I don't know if they're edible or not, but we're gonna try it.
Try to know
Faye's
what
just like
it means
running
that
down,
they're
going,
edible.
no.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh my
funny.
goodness.
Here's your flour.
Yeah.
And last by no means least, what is one piece of totally crazy, see, here we go, already messing up, totally crazy advice that you'd give someone writing their first fantasy novel?
Get all the ideas down right away. Doesn't matter how you do it. It can be just scribbled in a notebook somewhere, and it can be the most unhinged, ridiculous nonsense. It doesn't have to make sense, but get it all down first, then pick all the little nuggets of good stuff out of it, and then have a good think about what exactly you want to do with those things. Because I wrote down so many random things when I was sorting out Hunter's Heart, like what am I going to do? What kind of world do I want to build? What kind of like cultures do I want to build it around? That kind of thing. I just scribbled it all down. And then I just kept refining it and refining it and refining it. So that would be probably my most unhinged bit of advice, is just scribble.
Scribble.
But the best bit of advice I can think of is probably just find a community around you that will support you and sort of like help you get through it. I would not have finished my books if it weren't for the writers group I'm in. They are absolutely amazing, and like a massive shout out to them, because I would not have survived writing these two books, and the current one is fighting me as well, and just every time I need help they're there and they're amazing. So that would be my best bit of advice, is find a community, find a writers group, because it's just absolutely worth its weight in gold.
Love it. Great advice. Take notes,
Miranda
people.
would be screwed if I wrote a book, because she'd pretty much be writing my book for me. Miranda, this is happening.
Gosh.
Fix it.
Fix it.
She'd be like, just send it to me.
Like, you have a good idea here. Let me just rewrite it for you.
Yeah.
I would do that too. I would.
She would. You did that with my papers when we were in high school.
I did. Yeah. It happens.
Ashley, you want to write your paper on this? Well, this subject sucks. If you want to write a fantasy book, well, your world building sucks. Write a children's book.
Oh gosh. Yeah, when we were doing like
the best bit.
High school papers, Ask Jeeves is not going to have any information on that. You need to change your idea. Remember Ask Jeeves before Google? Gosh.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about Ask Jeeves.
I didn't.
They used to have like several sites they used to make us use before they all just decided to go with Google. And now like most people don't really hear about the others.
Yeah. Literally get like a half piece of paper that had all of the websites that you need to use written down. And there was like 8 of them.
Yeah. Ask Jeeves. Probably Britannica was on there. I don't know what else.
Wikipedia in its earliest form.
Before everybody could touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny to think back on stuff like that.
And now we've got AI.
Right? And AI is integrated into Google. Of course. Yeah.
I know.
I hate it so much. Like, it's a plague. I see it everywhere. I was like, why?
Yeah.
On your phone now, when you like hit a specific button, it like pulls it up and you're like, I did not want you.
I did not
ask
for
this. Mine. Like, I didn't figure out how to take it out of my phone, but I did figure out how to stop it from coming up every time I hit the side button, because they changed the power button to an AI button. I was so angry.
Yeah, I know. And then you're like, well, how do I turn it off? I just want to reset the phone. What do I do?
Yeah, so I spent about half an hour trying to figure out how to undo it, and like there were some really specific settings you can't get to through settings anymore. to get to it. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. That I was actually like, out of spite, if I can't take this off, I'm frisbeeing this into oncoming traffic, and I'm getting a brick phone. Like,
Nice.
Go back to the old flip phone.
I bet there's AI on the flip phones too now. Like, you
Probably.
probably can't get away from it. You probably can't get away from it. You like flip it and it's like, hello.
Oh my god, I had the the Google AI. I can't remember what it's called now, the star-shaped one.
Mhm.
I was driving with Google Maps on, and it started talking to me mid-drive while I'm dodging tractors on like a country road, like a windy country road. And I kept screaming at it and being like, "What are you doing? Go away!" And it was going, "I can hear that you're getting frustrated." And I'm like,
Did it? That would have went viral.
I
should
know.
have. I was
That's hilarious.
Let's go like 50
Oh my
miles an
gosh.
hour. It's like, this is not the time.
AI, please record for this.
Right?
Record my crash out to you.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good stuff.
Goodness me.
That would have been
Wow.
hilarious.
For sure.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Well, that was all the questions that we had for you, Holly. We're so glad that you came and chatted with us. We love talking
Yeah.
books, forest wolves, and spirits with you, so we appreciate your time. Before we leave, where can readers find everything you and your books and can get reading and enjoying your worlds that you've created?
Okay, so I am on Instagram and TikTok. I currently don't have Facebook. It's maybe in the future. And that's under author Hollie Rogers. My books are available on my website, which can be accessed through my link tree, which you can only go through on Instagram at the moment because TikTok won't let me put a link in yet.
Yep.
It's like, why?
It's crazy.
It's a whole thing. So you can get them directly from me, or you can get them on Amazon. You can also get them online through Waterstones, Barnes and Noble, that kind of a thing as well. I'm looking at some indie bookshops. I've just hopefully been accepted for one in the near future, but it's very exciting. And it's probably worth mentioning as well, I've got a couple of events that I'll be at this year as well. So if anybody would like to follow me, they can find some more information about that. But I'm at Pacify in April. I'm so excited.
Nice. Very
I wish
cool.
we were closer together, because then we could go see you.
Oh, that would be so lovely. It's
That would be a trek and a half, but that would be cool.
It would be quite the adventure.
It would be. It would be so fun. Can you imagine a book mash tour?
Oh my gosh.
That would be fun.
Light bulb.
Taking notes.
She's like, well, that's something for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple years. We'll see.
We've got big plans for things happening in the next couple years.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be exciting.
months. I can't wait to share it. But yeah, go read The Hunter's Heart and Queen of Ashes. We're so excited. You guys already know I'm going to be going and getting it to add to the bookmash shelf. If you haven't already, or if you haven't read them already, and also keep an eye out for what's next in the Arrow of Ashes of Arrows and Ashes world. Ashley, you can do this. I always mess it up. Always.
To be fair, I trip over it sometimes.
I can't do book titles for some reason. Like, I don't know why Miranda gives me this job. We should literally have a reel where we just take all of the clips for when Ashley messes up book titles.
It'd be quite a fun reel.
Gosh.
It would be funny. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just chaos.
Oh, we
in a
know.
bottle.
Yes,
We love it.
Chaos. Bookmash chaos always. Yes.
But Holly,
Alright.
thank you so much for being here. We loved talking to you. Make sure you guys go follow her. And you guys can find everything Holly tagged below. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all of it. We're on everything.
We have all the things. All the things.
You have all the things. Love it.
Okay, guys.